Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm sorry that it took me a little bit of time to do the recap, but I want to circle back and take a look at the matchups that we had this past week. A lot of great games. A couple games went down to the wire. A couple things that really come to mind for me is Mind Freak being able to shut out Team Pigeon. Unbelievable game. Came down to Sunday night, and clearly Norv Turner needs to get fired. That's all I got to say. Whether I'm rooting for Mind Freak or Team Pigeon. Let's start with multiple scoregasms versus spreadheads. 145 to 116. Flacco, Steven Jackson, and Chris Johnson getting 14 points and an additional 6 points from Brandon Lloyd. Still was enough for multiple scoregasms to get over or get by spreadheads, and you really got to attribute it to two key individuals or three individuals in Marcus Colston with 43 and Tony Gonzalez with 36 points. Unbelievable that this man plans on retiring later this year. As far as spread is concerned, obviously, Drew Brees was a great highlight. Reggie Bush has been able to bounce back from his mediocre week 4. And Josh Gordon from Cleveland getting 2 TDs. I had remarked during the first stretch of games that somebody should pick him up, and I can't believe that you actually have him. So well said or well played. And then, of course, J.J. Watt with 15 points. That guy is a stud. I cannot believe that he's even on the bench. I will say, Andrew Luck having 31 points. I do know that you were very happy about him as being your 6th-round pick or whatever, and some of us kind of laughed at that, but well done. Obviously, probably somewhat bittersweet in regards to what actually happened in that actual NFL game is concerned. We'll touch upon that here in a little bit. Egg rolls versus Chips, 133 to 157. I thought that Chips had more firepower in this matchup, and what really sticks out to me is Percy Harvin with 33 points, taking away, mind you, some points from Adrian Peterson, fucker. Ahmad Bradshaw with 38. Mendenhall looked pretty good with 18 points. Even Ponder himself looked pretty good covering for Stafford on the bye week. On the flip side, Rivers had 21. He clearly could have had a lot more. Devery Henderson and Victor Cruz with 29 and 28 points. And for once, the Houston Texans didn't actually produce that much for egg rolls. They still went at 11. But in the end, it just wasn't enough. And I thought that C.J. Spiller and Jackie Battle were weak starts, and I think that was probably attributed to the fact that you might have had some buys. I look on your bench, clearly that was the case. He did put up a valiant effort in lieu of those buys, but it wasn't enough as Chips just got too much production from his key cogs. Jerkback Mountain, 130 to 147. I thought maybe Jerkback Mountain might have had a chance on Monday night to pull it out. I think we all knew that the odds were pretty slim. Jimmy thing definitely did come through, though, almost getting 150 points. You really got to look at Peyton Manning, Arian Foster, Demaryius Thomas getting 30 points was huge, and then obviously Baltimore with 13. On the flip side, for Jerkback, he's got 34 from Welker, 21 from A.J. Green, who's probably been the most consistent wide receiver in fantasy this year. And then you look on the bench. I know it stings, but Stephon Ridley, surprised that you didn't go with that start. Nonetheless, I guess you live and you learn. Let's go to Bad News Bears versus Charlestown Chiefs. This was an upset. You look at Aaron Rodgers getting 24, finally coming through in a losing effort. McGahee, 13 points. What could have been for him with a couple fumbles and a drop pass. And then Vernon Davis getting 18. But Torrey Smith wasn't there. Deshaun Jackson wasn't there. Andre Johnson only getting 2 points is just absolutely ridiculous. That's a total mindfuck, if you will. So I can't place any blame on there as far as that starts concerned. You look at the bench, 31 from Alex Smith, 26 from Michael Crabtree. I guess it's too bad that quarterbacks can't be in that flex position. But Charlestown Chiefs did finally come back and rebound from a 3-game slump, showing value with Malcolm Floyd, great start. Brandon Marshall and Owen Daniels have really been your key contributors. And obviously Matt Forte bouncing back from an injury is definitely needed for you. Deep Dish, 142 versus Sterling, 106. Sterling obviously had a little bit of some adversity, and D'Angelo Williams only getting a -2. I think that's the first time I've actually seen a player produce negative points. So I guess congratulations for that. Randall Cobb getting 18 points, a lot of them in garbage time. That kind of pissed me off. Matt Ryan with 20, and then Seattle with 13. That was a nice play there. But obviously, Eli Manning getting 20, AP and Ray Reyes by not producing a ton did enough, and then Julio Jones got 27. And then, of course, we have Reggie Wayne. And Reggie Wayne was my main man, and I just want to show an image of Reggie. Reggie, baby! What do you want to say? What do you want to say to Green Bay? What do you want to say to Sterl? Oh, I think he just asked how his ass tastes. So, nice work nonetheless, Sterl. I guess you'll rebound to fight another day. And then lastly, our game of the week, Mind Freak versus Team Pigeon. It did live up to the billing. You look at Tom Brady with 18, Turner 14, Gordon 18, Jones 20, and then the Bears defense once again against a bad matchup or a great matchup against Jacksonville. Not only producing 26 points, but on the flip side, severely limiting Jones-Drew with only 6 points. Ryan Matthews and Trent Richardson, some great value there. And you really look at the bench, and it's tough not to start Griffin, and Schwab only got 10 points, so I can't blame you for that. Even if you would have got a tie, you would have actually lost because Cook had 14. I thought that Schwab would have gotten you the 15 points that you would have needed if you would have had a tie. And obviously with Akeem Nicks continuing to be out, that's definitely hurt you significantly. As far as league standings are concerned, you look at Chips, Jimmy Thing, and Scoregasms at 3-2. Everybody else is 2-3. Everybody else is right in the thick of things as far as that division is concerned. Leaders division, Mind Freak is still undefeated. Very impressive, pulling off 5 straight victories. Deep Dishon with 4-1. And then I think Team Pigeon, while only being 2-3, he's got to like his chances, even though he's tied with Chiefs, to get that final playoff spot. Bad News Bears and Spreadheads definitely are need to be thinking about trying to go back to the drawing board and see what they can do to galvanize their teams to be victors. Otherwise, gents, I really hope you fight hard. I think another loss would be devastating to the season as far as your playoff chances, but nonetheless, that's why we do play the games. Please play hard nonetheless. Try to be spoiler alert. And I think in terms of league integrity, when you look at all 12 of these teams, everybody has a chance to win week in, week out. You look at the power rankings. Mind Freak obviously is in first. Yours truly in second. A couple things stick out. You've got Chips, Jimmy Thing, and Sterl. Even though Sterl's 2-3 in fifth. And then obviously lastly going to Bad News Bears and Spreadheads. When you look at total points, you see that Mind Freak is showing that he is no fluke. He actually has 687 points scored. While his defense has been outstanding in terms of points allowed, he's also getting it done on the offensive side of things as well. As far as NFL pick'ems are concerned, let's take a look at our standings. Mind Freak is up by 3 games. He is completely dominating our league. This is absolutely unprecedented, I feel, as far as 3 straight years that you've been into the championship. You're a defending champion. You had knocked off the juggernaut that was multiple Scoregasms last year. And then you turn around and you're undefeated, and you're also leading in pick'em. So this is clearly your piggy bank charade, if you will. So well done. A couple other things that I kind of want to touch upon as well would be polls. I was really curious to see the results around the special teams, individual or TDs being counted towards individuals. I think if you make an impact, and I've been saying this for a couple of years, that your players should get points on the special team side of things. And if you look, it looks like the voting was 8-4, I believe, or maybe 7-5. I guess I haven't done the percentages there. But I really hope that the next year's commission would implement that as a rule. And then, of course, a destination for next year's draft. Out of 10 votes, we have 7 people saying yay, 3 people saying nay. I think for those of us that do want to do something like that, we need to think about that next June or July as far as what that location looks like, and if other people don't want to be a part of that destination, they can just dial into the draft remote from home. Something to think about, but I do think it would be rather fun. So great week of games, everyone. I will be back, I think, by sometime tomorrow afternoon. I assure you, I know I've said that a few times, as far as a preview of week 6, and I am looking forward to it. Cheers.